Welcome to Designated Drinkers Podcast. Thanks for joining us. I'm not going to introduce, there's too many people. Hey, welcome.
Angelo's here.
Angelo's here, yeah. And you're here. Good job.
Alright, so what about the implants in the UFC that get you... Like, what are you confused about?
Hold on.
I'm just saying, how do they not pop?
What are wrong with plants in the UFC? If they want to plant something, let them plant it.
I'm okay with it, I'm just saying.
Have you ever held...
The dad joke.
I'm just saying, if we're getting into a podcast, we need to order pizza.
We already did. You didn't like it. You're like, oh, it ain't...
Yeah,
there's only a few pieces left.
Don't
I'm gonna grab one.
Nobody else is eating it? So, here's my thing.
What time
is...
Huh?
Oh, I just...
You want me to bring it out?
I did the Tom
Not
thing.
Jets or Romeo's, though.
So, when it comes to
Jets is good.
that,
I know.
have you ever had a saline bag from a hospital? Like you ever felt one?
Yeah. Like the drip bag?
Yeah. But you gotta remember, you're thinking about blunt force trauma. These things are sustained, they should be able to withstand blunt force trauma, not a needle, right? Which would be, focused point trauma. If we're gonna go that way.
Who's punching?
Yeah,
They're
not. Huh?
Who's punching in there anyway?
A mixed bunch.
Well, probably another fighter.
Yeah,
I mean, if you uppercut, depending on
be right out of the fucking.
Yeah, depending on
none of them like to admit it.
The cup size, you might miss on an uppercut.
All right,
hit a booby and then a chin.
Hold on a second, guys. I mean, let's say a guy's got like those little tiny legs, like upper body only day, Ubo. And let's say he gets calf implants. Are you bitching up a storm like you are right now? Are you worried about the guy's calves exploding?
What if he gets? Now he's
worried about ankle
Quad implants. Triangles are inherently going to be more tight.
Oh,
Dude, what about a leg
with a
check?
quad implant?
You get a leg check, that thing's bursting your leg, you're dying.
That's right.
You're dying.
It's made out of saline. It's an enema.
Well, we know you love enemas, but that's not the point of
I've
this.
never had an enema. Have you ever had an enema?
No.
What about a coffee enema? I've heard those are
What's
good.
an enema?
Oh!
Talk to your wife when you get home.
Carlo.
Google it.
Yeah, Google that.
No, I don't want to Google it. What the fuck is an enema?
No, you get it when you're not feeling that so good.
That's when they take water and some kind of solution.
No, what, really?
They inject it into your colon to break up whatever is in there, and you contract and flush it out.
Remember the Howard Stern show? What's her name used to always have it done? You never listened to the Howard Stern show? Jay, what was her name? Robin. Remember, she used to get enemas all the time. I think she's
really. I don't remember that.
She was all about it.
She was all about enemas. I think she died, didn't she?
No, she's still alive.
I thought she had cancer.
Because she got so many enemas.
That lady is alive. And remember back in the 90s when she looked like she was 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2018. She looks like she's 24. Like that woman.
The blood of virgins.
She does not age.
They say black don't crack.
Black don't crack.
Yeah, for real, dude.
But let me ask
She
you
does
something.
not
Howard
age.
Stern, not good looking.
No.
He never was. Yeah, for real.
He's ugly. He's ugly.
You know the only reason he pulls so much tail, right?
Because he's very rich.
No, confidence. I knew a guy ugly as hell, man.
No, it's because he's very rich.
No, yeah, besides that, though. Like, I'm telling you right now.
That's the only reason.
I knew a guy that's super, just exceeded confidence. He was ugly as hell, but he pulled, nines all the time, and I didn't get it. I didn't get it all until I asked a friend of mine. He's like, he's just super confident.
Hey.
That's all that is, man.
Inch.
I think I'm gonna take you so far, brother.
Inch.
I don't know, man. He was also in theater, so he's pulling nines that are in theater.
Well, I just saw the movie Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, yeah, but the nine that is in theater has a lower self-esteem level than a nine that is in cheerleading. Right? I'm just saying.
Jurassic Park?
Cheerleading and theater are exactly the same self-esteem.
Yeah.
Little kid?
You think so?
No.
Yeah, totally.
Did you see that movie Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah.
I liked it.
No, because you can be. You can be a 4.
Hey, I'm going.
Right? A 4.
What's the equivalent in
a 2?
You're really good in theater and elevate yourself to a 9. Right?
So a 4 in theater is definitely a 2 in the real world.
Exactly. So it's like a Navy. It's a Navy 5, right?
Yeah.
A Navy 5 is you ain't touching it. But a Navy 10 anywhere else is a regular world 4.9, right? Like
Christina Hendricks is.
Who?
Christina Hendricks, the redheaded chick.
From what show?
From Mad Men. She was in that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's married to the dude. You ever seen Super Troopers?
Yeah.
pictures of
one of those
Christina
guys
Hendricks.
that freaks out in the back seat. He's weird, goofy looking dude.
McLovin?
No, but
Farley?
like that.
Here are some pictures
And
I
he's
have.
married to her.
Oh dang!
Now Google the guy from.
She's definitely not part of the itty.
No, she's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I heard she got one
Here.
big one.
Well stacked.
Really?
No.
Well, they all do.
Yeah, I remember.
They all do.
No.
Mad Men was a good show.
Yeah.
Right?
I never watched
seen
it.
Never seen it.
She's married to this goofy looking motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he rich?
He can tell a good joke.
Well, I mean, look, look, anybody,
Hey.
Since he was
anybody.
Definitely. I think being funny's
Yeah.
better than.
Oh, yeah.
That's part of the confidence thing. You gotta also be funny.
But you got to remember, anybody other than
Let me tell
Honey
you about
Boo
dad
Boo's mom
jokes there, Jack Wagon.
that married Seth Rogen, and I guarantee, I don't know what his wife looks like, but I guarantee it is
Or like.
Phenomenal.
She
Leslie
married
Mann,
Pedro.
what's her name? What's
Pedro.
his name?
sour.
No, Pedro from
Napoleon Dynamite?
Napoleon. Yeah, dude, that guy.
Really?
That's
Vote for Pedro guy?
That's not
No, it's
Pedro.
not
That's
him.
Pedro.
That is not
him.
Pedro. Man, you would think all the Tito's
Yeah,
are the
they all
same.
Mexican.
Racist.
Yeah. You just think they all look the same,
I mean, they're all brown, right?
Yeah, it's true.
except for you, Peruvian.
I want to watch Nacho Libre now that I saw that.
I want to take you to Denny's and
I
so long
love
it
it.
takes to get
I
sad.
love that movie.
It's cultural appropriation.
Oh man, the most racist thing I've ever seen in my life.
What do you mean?
Right.
No. Bullshit. That is not racist because there was
Hey guys,
a
no
movie
trains here?
I don't know.
that I love where
I have.
Bruce
If
Leroy.
anybody,
Look,
if anybody
he was
wants,
Bruce
He
Leroy.
was Bruce Leroy. He was.
Show enough.
All I needed was a chopstick.
Show enough.
Show
Yeah,
enough.
it was the-
Bring your pizza to Daddy. Pizza. Dude, it's on Netflix. I literally watched that the other day.
The Last
I was
Dragon.
off. Yeah, I was off on a Monday, and I was like, you know what? The wife would never watch this with me.
Listen,
Bam! Me and Caitlin watched it, and we had a great time.
listen. That day, Lorenzo, he just happened to have a Chinaman's hat in his car
Chi-
because it was raining.
China.
happen to have it.
Why you gotta say China?
Yellow man.
That's what it was.
Racist.
That's what it was. All right. And he came in looking like he was just got out of the rice paddies, man. It was hilarious. I saw Jay. Jay looked at him. He's like, he walked over to me. He's like, dude, what's up with that? I'm like, I have no idea. Who keeps that hat in his car? He's like, dude, that, like, seriously, that's kind of offensive.
I mean, I keep a fucking a poncho and a fucking sombrero on me all the time.
You wear sombreros.
Hey,
Don't you wear like
for the
those other hats
podcast,
and you put shit in them.
Yeah. You stole that shit from
You're
Chi-Chi's
on
before they closed.
for the podcast listeners that don't know, I literally had my wife in my phone as Chinaman for a year
Oh my god.
before you know we got serious, and then
No.
probably another 6 months after that. But whatever.
Now, wait a
But
minute.
seriously, like, I had this big like
she
Andrew
a
Dice
tranny?
Clay time.
Was she a
Huh?
tranny?
No. All the parts are female, as far as I know. But I've never been to Thailand, so I don't know.
You said Chinaman. I thought maybe she
Yeah,
was
but
a
no.
lady boy.
She was in there as Chinaman for the first year and some change.
Stu loves lady boys.
Hangover
Hangover was on the other night, man.
Hangover.
What a great movie. Hangover
I
was
was
the best.
just thinking about that movie the other
Yeah, they
day.
jumped the shark by like the third one.
Yeah, they
It was
should
bad.
stop.
They knew that.
Yeah.
Dang.
They.
I mean,
they
that
knew.
tiger, like, dude, I can imagine waking up in a hotel back in the day and one of us go take a leak and there's a tiger in the bathroom. I
Or
can
Mike
see
Tyson.
that. Or a 6 foot, 40-year-old broad.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Chris climbed that tree.
No, not this Chris. The other one right there.
Yeah.
Dave climbed that tree. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm lost.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
me too.
Stood on the chair on that night.
This is being recorded.
That was a great night, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We had a good time.
Showcase bar. That's what that
Yeah. What was the place? What was the one? Remember, it was the Drew Carey bar for a while. What was that place
Oh,
was. It was
called?
in Warsaw.
Oh,
Yeah,
Murphy's
what's
Law.
Yeah, before it was Murphy's Law, before it was Warsaw, it was called something else. Memphis Tavern, maybe?
Because-
Drew's bar.
No.
I live right next to that place.
Ask your father-in-law. He'll remember. Your father-in-law used
Might want
to.
to cut that out, Joe.
What?
You live right next to that place.
Used to.
I used
Oh,
to.
used to.
Yeah, I don't give a crap.
Used
now.
to.
Yeah, we don't
Used
care
to,
anymore.
Okay.
He can come and steal this fancy
Yeah, go ahead,
microphone.
man.
Go ahead, break into that house.
Combination or something. Or something.
Oh, shit, where was combinations?
different.
No, man. Oh, my God, Jay. Look at you go way back.
Cinema.
Cinema Lounge.
Combinations made me think.
Combinations was over on Pearlbrook Park.
My wife and I would stay up late at night on Saturdays just to watch the drunks fight right in front of Cinema Lounge.
What was the guy's name that I worked
Saturday,
with?
Man.
We were up at Combinations one night, and he didn't want to make it to the bathroom, so he just pissed right underneath the table. What? Kurt. He worked at Augustino's with us.
Wait, you're telling me that he went, that's too far.
It was packed. It was a busy night. You know, it was a busy night. He just stood up and started peeing right there. Nobody knew. Underneath the table because it was one of those high tops.
Whoa.
So, funny story. All right. It's going to go a little sad for a second. Jay will remember this story, I think, because it was he and I that were there. I don't remember if you were there or if, I don't remember. So, Julie was still working at that bar. Remember the one that looked like Shania Twain?
Yeah.
Yeah, so remember that guy that was working behind her but had the big crush on her? He's a wannabe cop. He dumped popcorn on my head. And we went out and messed up his truck something off. Oh, I remember. I can't say his name because, check this out. I kind of felt bad about it. I mean, we messed up his truck pretty bad. You know, allegedly.
It's been at least 5 years.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
20 years ago.
Oh, yeah, never
no
mind.
corroborating evidence.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all.
So here I go. I had to take the truck in or something to get work done on it at the dealership. So I said, well, I'll stop and get donuts. You know, and that Becker's is always closed. I hate that place. You can edit that out if you want, or you can leave it in there. It's always closed. Right? What kind of donut shop isn't open on a Tuesday morning?
Oh, really?
That's why Jack Frost is the only place
They
to
don't. Exactly.
Jack Frost.
Apparently on
I'm
Tuesday
not a
mornings they don't
I'm
have
not a fan
crowd.
anymore of Jack Frost, man. I used
Kiss
to like
my
the stuff.
ass.
Dude, I want a donut where everything is not fucking on top of it. Just put it inside.
Well, then go somewhere else. All right, so driving up to the dealership, and I'm like, oh man, where am I going to
Can I
go?
have some?
You know what? I'll stop at that Dunkin' Donuts, and I was like, I hate Dunkin' Donuts. I'll just turn left on Pearl here. There's got to be
Some, not
something.
all of it.
So there's a bakery over there, Smolsky's or something.
Okay.
Of course it is.
I pull in, right? I pull in. I walk in.
Here,
stand there.
give me a scissors.
That guy that dumped popcorn on my head.
Did he recognize you?
Look at you there,
Bro, that thing inside you, you know, that makes you go.
Your heart?
Yeah. That thing that makes you go, dude, you gotta apologize for what you did. So I walked right up to him like, hey,
You're an asshole.
so and so. I don't want to say his name because just in case you got more than 3 listeners this weekend.
The one that makes it.
Wow!
We've gone from the faithful 5 to the faithful 300.
Oh, we're all in here.
I don't want to hear of it.
So listen, I says, hey, so and so, you remember me? And he's like, no. I says, you remember you wanted to be a cop? You used to hang out with Julie over at the number 1. He's like, yeah. Did you ever become a cop? Yeah, I was. Well, you're not anymore? No. So I'm sorry about that.
Well, I heard he's in a donut shop after being a cop.
Yeah, and that
Yeah,
kind of
right,
stereotypical, right after being a cop. So I said, hey man, you know, that night we got in a little scuffle and, you know, said some stuff. Yeah, I just want to say I was sorry about what happened to your truck. And he just stared at me. He said, yeah, I don't remember that. I'm like, all right, good.
Why did you feel compelled to say him?
I don't know, man. I felt compelled to tell him, you know.
I would have.
That never happens to you.
He left sleeping dogs last
No,
No, man.
Yeah, man. I've never,
Oh my God.
I've never gone. You know, I destroyed something of yours, so I'm gonna tell you now.
Yeah, I had to do
about
it.
it.
I had to do it.
Did you feel better afterwards?
Yeah.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fine.
Which part's fine?
If you feel better about it.
Carlo, I feel better about pushing on your bicep tonight when you're whining
Dude,
about it.
fucking-
Hey, we gotta do that strength training video. Speaking of which,
Alright, so
go back to your breast
I'm keeping
implants.
a sign task over here.
Yeah, we didn't
did you see your
we never solved that.
so
We never solved
What?
the conundrum of
What?
should
Well, here, let's
is it
say
safe for UFC fighters to definitely have?
so
breast
what is
implants?
Wait,
the
that wasn't the original. That was not
What was the question? I don't know what the question
well,
was.
I mean, is it safe? What is the downside to it?
Your tit pops,
So what's the downside to
I
it?
don't think that's
I
a
don't
medical
know.
term,
I
but
think getting the weight in if you're trying to.
Your boobies pop.
So I mean, if they're mostly filled with saline,
That's the
ground
medical
game?
term.
Is it interference with the ground game?
well, I'd imagine it would affect your performance
how would it affect the performance?
immediately post pop. But
I think it would also affect your
You
balance.
definitely lose the fight.
Because I saw a girl once pushing a prowler outside,
Yeah.
and they were so large that she actually
How
tripped
big
and
were they?
fell.
How big were they?
she was so top heavy.
Remember that? And then she almost
I didn't
punctured
see it.
one. She thought she punctured one. You guys remember that?
Yeah, you're
Back.
sitting there like this bitch.
That's for Pat, because Pat listens to your podcast.
Handjammer.
Does he?
Yeah, he's smoking weed right now and listening to your podcast.
No, he's not. He's one of those indentured servants on the weed farm. Watch the Netflix series called Murder Mountain. It's the dark side to marijuana.
Have you ever watched Drugs Inc.?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, I may have been maybe a little obsessed with that show.
Hey, pizza.
That is a what?
There any pizza left in there?
A what?
Pizza. There
A
any
what?
pizza?
Pizza.
What?
You can't have pizza.
What?
That's right, Tubby.
Is it all gone?
Uno mas.
No, I'm not going to eat the last.
That's all yours. It's all yours.
Oh, no crust.
So, I was watching Drugs Inc. And dude, I was telling Karlo. So like, Karlo and I play a game called
Ghost Recon.
And it's all based on the drug cartels in Bolivia, which is right next to Peru. And when they were watching, like they were showing videos of Peru, I was like, holy shit, like these guys got it right in the game. But the the coca leaf itself.
Yeah, they make like $0.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Farmers, they're like
$1,200 a pound.
Oh,
when it gets to anywhere else in the country, depending on where it is, it's $3,000-$4,000 a pound.
Yeah, because once you process it, it's, you're adding.
Oh my god! I was just like,
no, and then the transportation once you can transport.
In Peru, we had a very big ad campaign essentially of people explaining, because everybody wanted to just burn the plant out of the country essentially, and there was a big ad campaign essentially explaining the benefits of the coca plant.
Yeah,
it has legit uses, right?
There's so many uses for it, man. Yeah. And the biggest one is
altitude.
Altitude adjustments. Essentially,
it lowers the blood pressure or some kind
of thing. I don't know. All I remember is we went to Cajamarca, which is like it's high up.
Say that again.
Cajamarca, which is it was my grandpa.
He's like
my grandpa
Mackenzie Dern over here.
Right?
But anyway, so we went there, and it's high up. So what we ended up doing is we got this little ball thing, and you put it under your lip, and then it makes your mouth numb, and it doesn't make you sick.
Wait, you put balls in your mouth?
Yeah, man. It takes a little bit.
Puts balls in his mouth and makes him feel better.
Yes, it does.
Oh, yeah.
You ever seen Narcos?
No,
I haven't watched that show yet.
I want to watch it.
It's all based on Pablo, right?
You watching the only the first season.
It starts that way, yeah, but then now they're in Mexico.
What do you think of Mexico
like
season?
Chapo, I love it.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean,
slower moving.
Chapo definitely fucked up, but no, he's making his little cameos because he's not. The people that brought it up before him are not done yet.
Yeah, slower moving this season.
But in the first season, they said that it originally started in Chile. They were growing the coca there.
Does it taste good?
Yeah, Chile.
Get good
They
dark
were growing the
chocolate.
coca there, but then Pinochet discovered him and he murdered everybody that was anything.
Pinochet was the president of Chile, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Really? He murdered everybody.
Yeah, all of anybody that was involved. And one dude got away. They call him the Roach. And he's the one that took it to Colombia.
Really?
He knew how to grow it, and that's where that shit got
Fun
started.
fact: Santana came to Peru.
Carlos Santana?
Yeah.
Or like Santa Ana?
No. Carlos Santana came to Peru to do a concert back in like the '60s or something like that. I don't remember. It was either way. The moment they arrived, the president met them there and then kicked them out of the country.
You smell like weed.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, that's the reason why. He's like, they're bringing drugs to my country. Get out.
And now they're one of the biggest fucking.
Right.
Your people were kicking musicians out because they were smoking a little weed.
Yeah, man.
Meanwhile, you're the reason all these drugs are here in this country.
Yeah, bro. That's it's really hypocritical of him.
Of who?
Of the president, the old president. That country's going to crap anyways.
Which one? Chile?
Peru. They just indicted a man, a police officer, for killing a guy that was robbing someone.
The politics in the Philippines, man. I haven't heard anything about that guy. That guy was killing everybody. Yeah, is he still a president?
The borders and everybody.
Yeah, man. You know what's? That was some crazy drug problems there though when we were there, man. Like, I don't know if it was crystal meth or what it was. Yeah, it was bad.
I didn't. You know what though? Like when we went, I didn't see.
You won't.
I didn't see a lot of like
You won't
It's
see
underground,
it.
man.
Well, I just didn't like you
We had a
can
meth
walk
head.
around and you can see a meth head.
You're
she was like
a
a zombie,
tourist, so
man.
you're
We
not
had a
gonna
meth
see
head
that
trying to get
shit.
into the hotel. She was like a zombie. It was so sad. She was like running into the window. And,
They don't. But you know what? Like in the
like
in the
in the
Philippines,
Bird
they don't play
Yeah.
with that shit.
All right, hey, talk about Bird Box real quick. Then we can go back to your implants on chocolate.
No, wait, no, we're already moved past that.
Oh, I thought-
Wait,
We're
check
back.
the other.
You should open that door. It is
Hold on.
fucking hot in this room.
What were we talking about for a second? Bird Box.
Bird
All right.
Box.
I heard a theory from someone
Probably wrong.
about Bird Box. What it really represents. How many of you guys saw Bird Box?
I know what you're talking about.
I haven't seen it.
What
Racism.
theory?
No, not racism. I didn't hear that one.
That's the other one. I heard.
Really?
Go ahead.
Social
So it's
media.
white people.
That it was supposed to
ignoring
represent
racism.
social media.
I mean, but come on, all white
But
people.
just
Yeah,
don't look down or don't look because you can't look up.
No,
If
but
you
it's-
look up.
You couldn't look at all.
No, you
Well,
just
if
couldn't
you see,
look at all.
if
But
you see
it's-
like the light, then you get it. And then
That's why the blind people who are not on social media were okay.
Wait, isn't Bird Box completely blind?
Black people can be on social media. What you talking about?
Blind people aren't looking at your posts, man.
Oh, so I read up on there because there's a book. It's based off a book,
yeah,
and the ending was supposed to be like way darker.
yeah.
So like
That
when
was the
she,
weekend.
yeah. So when she arrives, she sees that all these people, they're not blind.
They
They
blind her.
blinded themselves.
Yeah,
That's
right.
much better ending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Instead they blind her because she can't do it herself, so that she has to be blinded.
Yeah, so
That's a
yeah,
much better ending.
these group of people blinded themselves, and when they arrive, she freaks out about it. But they're like, we don't do that anymore. That's from what I read or something like that. But it's not based.
See,
Yeah.
they cut the cord. See, they used to just cut the cord to, your MySpace and your Facebooks and your Instagrams and your Twitter. Not like you.
What are you saying, old man?
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know what you're talking about.
We don't even
Old
know.
man.
Yeah, I
Old
don't know
man,
what
I
you're saying
say
right
old
now.
man.
Now, see, are you still on the Facebook?
I have no
My
clue
face.
what the fuck any of that Bird Box is about. Joe's a good editor.
I guess.
Joe, yeah, Joe's the guy. Yeah, kiss my ass, Joe. Joe's the guy that edits the podcast.
You did it
'cause I don't
again,
wanna do
Will.
it anymore.
Okay.
He's a good guy.
So who
Mainly-
listens to this?
We have like
Other than
we
you.
have like 40 people that listen to the podcast
Every week.
regularly.
Consistently.
Listen. It's
So it's
weird.
mom,
And hey, it was
stepdad.
only 5 back in the day.
Back in the day with the faithful
Yeah.
5,
Now we're up to
That's good
42.
we have like the cool thing is
That's good training.
we went
Good
through
memories.
we went through
This is my second time on.
yeah, man. And he wouldn't share it. It was a great podcast.
He's
He
one
wouldn't
of
share
the,
it.
I did share it.
No, you didn't. Get out of here.
On
You didn't
Facebook?
share it. On
He's
Facebook,
one
you
of
didn't share it.
the few
Didn't I share it?
returning guests.
That's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you didn't.
So it's just
It was
you
kind of
guys that are-
controversial.
No,
not
was
here?
it?
No, we
yeah,
have,
well, if you felt it was controversial.
Me, him, and there's
No?
6 of us in total that
Yeah.
are regular
I think that was the case.
people on the podcast,
Yeah.
and then we
Okay.
rotate between us and
But he's
then
always here.
he's always there.
It's
Because
just
it's on
your
my
podcast.
place.
Because
his
he's
podcast.
It is
No, I
his
mean it's not my
podcast.
podcast. It's our podcast. They'll pay for it.
He's like the. Why is it so cold in here? What are you guys doing?
You
Because
open
the
the
door.
door.
is open,
Put
woman.
on
was
some,
hot.
put on some real pants, maybe. Yeah.
They said those
He's
in the
wearing
door.
knee pants.
What's wrong with spats?
All right, hey, listen. I want to talk about something real quick.
Oh boy.
'Cause I feel like
Is
Chris,
it about to get serious now?
This
the
podcast is
sissy,
not
but
serious.
but
You got the wrong
Dave!
podcast.
Dave,
Dave's not here, man.
how he will be known. Dave is a bit of a conspiracy theorist.
Oh man, you gonna talk some Illuminati stuff tonight?
You're a bit of conspiracy
Being
theorist.
recorded, I can't.
You can't talk about that.
So here's my thing. So
Is the Earth flat?
I was listening to I was listening to
that one
Rogan.
loves
Flat Earth?
conspiracies. Flat Earth.
The
I
flat
was
Earth?
I was listening to a Rogan podcast where he was
Oh,
like, "Hey,
go.
listen,
Did you see what?
there are." Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, go ahead.
Well, no, they were saying like, "Hey, there are people that are so nutty," and we had one of them here today. Our dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Wait,
I'll tell you in a minute.
here tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
man.
I
So-
roll with him?
No, he was sitting on
he
the
wasn't
bench
rolling.
here.
Oh,
With the hat.
yeah.
So,
He's a flat earther?
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
He's
Yeah.
he's a 9/11 truther, bro.
yeah.
That's more believable than flat earthers.
No,
It's
he's
definitely more believable than that.
he's
Bullshit, too.
he is all of the above. If there's a conspiracy, he's throwing in
Good thing he doesn't
right
vote.
away because he wants to know more than anyone else.
I think
But
Research Building 11, bro.
he
Building
Hey.
12, 13.
Nine.
Building 9.
seven.
Hey,
No,
he,
it's
he
nine.
showed, he showed
No,
to fight you He showed up to fight you with the Trump shirt. I was like, uh-oh.
I love him. I love him for it. I love him for it.
You know, it was a dyed-in-the-wool flat earther.
Who?
Your boy Eddie Bravo, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's nuts.
That
Fish-eyed legs, bro.
The
Fish-eyed legs.
are composite.
Edgy Bravo.
Right.
Look like a.
Edgy Bravo's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You're probably wrong about
Fuck you,
that.
Pluto.
But there are a group of people that are not only they got kicked out by the flat earthers because they are fake spacers. They believe that space is fake.
Wow.
Yeah. There's like a whole thing about it. And I'm like,
So,
obviously I don't follow a whole lot of Twitter.
how do we expect where's the water go?
What?
Bro, look.
Like if the earth is flat, where's the water go? You know what I mean? Like
If the Earth was flat, all of the cats of the world would have pushed everything off of it by now.
True story.
yes.
She has
Very right.
she has a very good
Very
point.
good idea. Very, very true.
But it's just one of those things like, hey, this is what we have come to where there's people that believe there's a flat earth and they have segregated themselves from the people that believe that space is fake.
Space, the final
And I
frontier.
think that's where you get into this dangerous thing of like, this is why we can't let people just, you know,
this is
have
why we
their...
can't have nice things.
We can't let them just go, oh, this is a legitimate theory without
Without evidence.
challenging it. You know, you can have your theory, that's fine. It can be, it's wrong as fuck, but you can have it.
Yeah.
But
It's not a
there
theory.
should be somebody to
It's
go,
not
hey,
a
listen.
theory.
it's
Wait
a
a minute.
hypothesis.
It's a
Let's
hypothesis.
be pedantic, Dougie. A
Well,
theory is
no, so
proven.
what we have
Theory
to...
is backed by evidence
Well,
and testing is repeatable.
We have to use it in a colloquial
I gotta
sense.
change my
It
pants.
reminds
right?
me. It reminds me.
This
That's the gateway to a whole lot of ambiguity.
If we were in a science podcast, there would be no colloquialism in it. It would be,
Tyson would be.
listen, we're going to
Yeah,
use
Tyson would have
these
done
terms and this is why.
We live in a world where people believe that vaccines still cause autism. Still believe that
But that's the
vaccines
thing,
cause
it's like-
autism. That vaccines are like a conspiracy theory for making people sick or some chemical germ warfare or whatever.
Yeah, I don't get that either. Just like, why did people
Well-
not die of the flu then? You know
Well,
what I mean?
it's the
We
simple
had
reason that
thousands of
people
people
Well,
died from the flu.
It doesn't work because they still got the flu.
People want to have an answer for an unanswerable question, or they want to
Why'd you
know.
get us on this topic, Angelo? That's all.
Well, I didn't. I was talking about ridiculous people. And I mean, just the space doesn't exist. Like that's a ridiculous thing.
Space, the final frontier.
Yeah, there's no space. Like
These are the
so,
Voyagers.
no matter like, and
On the podcast.
I guarantee at least.
Joe, hold on, Joe. Please do me a favor, and then narrate the an impromptu thing with the space, the final frontier,
Star Trek.
and something with the podcast.
Would it be fair?
Voyager.
Would it be fair use if you just clipped out the actual one?
We don't care. We've gone beyond the copyright.
Okay.
We usually put. Well, because we're not monetized, so the other day it doesn't matter. We're not making any money.
Okay.
We just do it for fun.
All the way down.
You know what I mean? And maybe eventually we'll make money, and then we won't put anything.
Yes.
And then we'll go through all our videos
There's
that the
pizza
copyright
coming
hit.
in like
Yeah.
20
You
minutes.
ordered pizza?
Yes.
Again?
You're hilarious.
Awesome.
So, the I didn't mean to get us down that road of just like people
Yeah,
that believe in
let's not go too
bullshit,
down
but
the rabbit hole.
It
it's
is.
just one of those things. Like,
It's a
if,
rabbit hole.
It is a rabbit
let's
hole.
focus into the.
You know what I
There
want to
are
read?
people that legitimately
Sure.
think
I like
that
that.
people
Huh?
like they don't believe that space
These are called
exists.
flannel shirts.
So,
Yeah.
lots of people believe
They're big in the
of,
90s.
Things that are untrue
Big
because
now.
they feel like they
Yeah.
want to believe something,
In Oregon.
which they're free to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm serious.
There's the folks who believe that
And in Maine too.
people walk with dinosaurs and stuff.
I love my flannel
Well,
shirt.
I mean, you have the,
I'm a flannel
the-
shirt. I am
the
a flannel
dinosaur
shirt junkie.
deniers.
I was a flannel shirt
Right.
junkie.
Yeah, that's
A lot of
crazy.
those
I can't
people
wait to
are,
work.
are
We have skeletons of them.
the
no,
flat,
those are fake.
the flat Earth people are like.
It's paper mache.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, if you understand the science
What?
behind it, you
They
understand that
think
a
the
lot
Earth
of.
is only like 6,000 years old or something.
Oh,
say
exactly,
that.
you know that, right?
What?
Like,
I have
You're taught that, really?
Yes, I
School?
was taught that in
I was
Catholic
taught that in
middle
I was taught
That's-
that.
Well, he
but
went
it
to
was like,
Catholic
That's some
school.
indoctrination right there.
I was taught that, but it wasn't like that was like the legit reason why it was called AD. It was just to like get you thinking in your mind that was after death. So after he passed.
So what does BC stand for then?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Before.
It's common. It's actually CE now. It's common era and then BCE and then before common era.
Because they had the AD. You know what AD stand for?
Who?
AD. What does that stand for?
Active Directory?
Anna something or other.
Amino Domini, yeah.
Which means what?
After the awakening or after the rising.
I thought it was for Active Directory.
Of Christianity? Is that what that means?
It is also for that.
Right? Am I right?
Well,
Like
the
with
awakening
that
would
the
be the
translation of
I
that?
believe so.
Yeah,
I'll check Google Translate for
So
that.
either way,
Yeah.
So,
But it was in
it
Right,
was in
right.
reference to Christ.
That's it, yeah.
Fili me.
So yeah, it's just
Yes.
one of those things.
Yeah.
Like that's why they changed it from the BC to the BCE or the CE and all that. Like,
You ever read the comics, BC? That was pretty good.
Yeah. Dude, roll around and
that's
just on that
DC,
wheel.
bro.
BC.
BC.
What?
BC, the
BC.
comics.
Wait, BC.
BC.
I didn't even know there was a
No,
No,
BC.
not like
You're like
DC, like Wonder
Wait,
Woman.
was that the
and Superman.
Walmart version
Yeah.
of DC? Like
Yeah,
they had the Green
cartoons.
Sparrow instead of
No.
the
It was a
Green
cartoon
Hey.
in the Sunday
Let me
paper.
bring out some old man
Yeah.
language for you. It was in the funny papers.
There you go. Yeah.
That's what my grandpa used to call
Like
it. Hey,
Beetle
bring me the
Bailey?
funny papers.
You know?
Yeah.
Beetle Bailey. And
Oh, Beetle
All
Bailey
the-
was great.
all the cartoons, all the
Garfield.
Blondie.
all the cartoons
Yeah.
in Peru were all just like dirty.
Also,
I'm serious.
Calvin and Hobbes got their start there too. Remember
That guy's-
Calvin and
that
Hobbes
guy's
used to be on
from,
Sunday.
But then they had like
Calvin
stuff
Hobbes.
that's
From Chagrin Falls.
One of them
Is he
Still
really?
lives there, yeah.
I
One
believe
of
that's
them-
very bougie out there. I believe that.
You
Yeah,
bougie?
whenever somebody's like trying to act upper middle class, man, they're bougie. You know?
Bougie up with
Was that
these
really
people?
with the bourgeois?
It's like Hoy with the it's like with him
No,
with
it's
his
what-
with his
Yeah.
road shoes.
Were you referring
Nice
to my
socks.
socks?
Proletariat.
Like the socks,
Yes.
man.
Thanks, bro.
It looks like Cubert.
It does look like Cubert.
What does it do?
My socks like
Yeah.
Cubert.
Socks.
You see those?
Oh yeah. It is.
I got these at TJ Maxx.
He's like
I'm like a
lumberjack
fashionista.
in the
Are
front.
you a Max
They
Lee
still
stuff?
have these
Yeah. A blue trading on top and then.
Yeah.
Where's there a TJ Maxx?
Oh, Pleasant Valley, bro.
All right, here,
In
here.
Here.
Hey,
Rash
In
guard.
the
Remember,
UK,
right?
they have TK Maxx.
You like a
It's the
good watch,
exact
don't
same
you?
fucking store.
Don't you like a good
They're
watch? Is my
copyright.
memory
A good
right?
watch? No.
Yeah. Thought you were a watch guy.
I don't even own a watch.
Really?
He's a.
Because he has a cell phone.
Yeah.
Type
It's got a calculator
He's
on
got
it.
an iPhone.
Remember, hey Chris, remember Volpe was like all about GPSs back in the day?
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I got a map right here.
Yep.
That's my GPS, dude.
Yeah.
For real, yeah. He's
Remember
ahead
we
of
used
the
to
curve
have
right
like
there.
a pager and 2 cell phones?
Yeah.
Forward bang.
Map reading is a lost art because you know what? When you're
That's
in the
true.
middle of nowhere, these cell phones
Well, you know
won't
what?
do anything.
Kids
Excuse
school
me,
now.
I have offline maps on my Google.
The kids' school, they have map
Yeah,
testing
when your
now.
phone dies, though, what are you gonna do?
Charger.
Charger, what are you gonna do?
Here's what map reading is. I'll break it down for you. Get to the highest
I like the
points.
thing with the shaky flash. I see that.
Yeah.
and
Before the
look.
It's like a
flood.
shake weight.
Get to the highest point and look. Map reading's very
That's a
easy.
loss.
Learn how to read a topographical map where they show elevation. You know,
Exactly.
'Cause there could be a
Elevation
cliff
is
like
key.
right there, and you don't know it.
Whether you're facing a flood or combat, elevation is key. So
was- he
I
was a
read a map
seaman.
just as far as go like
He's
this.
also had a lot of
There's
single
no elevation on the water.
in
There's no elevation on the water, man.
Why? It gives him a lot of credit.
We call it sea level.
Hey,
What did I say?
what about Mary
There's no
Lou?
elevation.
Anybody
No,
read?
he said that you're a seaman.
There's no elevation on the sea.
And
Man.
Yeah.
you've also had a lot of semen in you.
I mean, so
Hey, but
we're
what
not
about
telling-
Mary
We're
Worth?
not telling lies here.
You ever read Mary Worth
Speak
while
the
you were
truth.
looking at the funny pages?
I thought that was
I
synonymous
hated that one.
with
That was so stupid.
he was
Mary
a seaman.
Worth, I didn't get it.
'Cause it was
Funky
like-
Winker Bean.
Was that the soap opera?
Wait,
I never fucking
wait,
did
hold
that.
on. You didn't get Mary Worth?
Nope.
Because it was like a series.
Because you wear boat shoes,
There's
so
like
I
a
would
soap opera
assume
section.
that
Yeah,
you
right.
get
Uh-huh.
Mary
Man,
There was
Worth.
another one
There was
too.
like the.
There was a couple of them
Kathy,
were like,
Kathy, what was her name? Kathy something.
no, you're thinking one that was still funny. There were like actual soap opera comics in
Yeah,
there. Yeah,
Yeah, there were.
Mary Worth.
Like I said, man,
it was like Doctor something,
Peru literally just had dirty comics that they would put in the newspaper.
like their keychains.
Should've been
Like there was
a-
one about a I was just saying there was one about a condor
dirty keychain
that
from
would just
Peru.
bang, and like it would be about like the jokes.
Condor the Banger.
His name was Condorito.
Hey,
Dead serious.
hey,
Condor?
Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Alright, so apparently he wasn't very endowed.
Hey, Mackenzie, say that again.
con Dorito.
Oh man, Mackenzie sounds better each
fuck
time.
off. Hey. Okay, so at the end of our podcast,
Write that one down.
At the end of our podcast, what we do is I go to Reddit. I go to
You always go to Reddit?
Yeah, I go to Reddit and I go to the Ask Reddit questions,
Oh.
where people ask questions for people to answer and stuff like that. And I pick one and then I ask everybody what they think.
Okay. This is the
And
end
what
of the
the thoughts
show?
are. Yeah.
Well, it's
So-
been a pleasure.
This episode.
Oh, no problem.
No, thanks for
No,
having me.
we just need one. So the question from Ask Reddit says, "What is the shittiest advice you've ever gotten?" You can't count that. That's me reading off of something.
Yeah, that was a quote. Yeah.
That's a quote. So yeah.
What is the shittiest advice you've ever received?
Yeah, what is the shittiest advice you've ever gotten?
That's a hard one.
Let's start with Christabel.
I can pick another one if you guys really want.
Shittiest advice I've ever gotten?
We
I mean, this is hard because you know
There's
I'm
so
like,
much
that's
of
a deep
it.
question.
there's a lot of shitty advice. You know,
There
Um,
is, but you know, you got.
I mean, the last year I've gotten a lot of it. You know?
Oh, how about this? You guys think of that one, and then I'll ask another one. All right?
Okay.
And
Backup
this one
question.
says,
Alright, earmuffs.
who will play Donald Trump in the inevitable biopic?
Wait, are we changing questions? I was about to answer.
No, you can answer.
No, think about
Think about it.
your worst advice.
While you're talking about Donald Trump's
What?
replacement?
We're gonna talk about
no
who's gonna play
replacement. Who
Donald
would
Trump
play
in
Donald
that
Trump
movie.
in his biopic?
Look at the
Alec
size
Baldwin.
of Angelo's hands. He
Alec
told you.
Baldwin?
It's gotta be.
No way.
By
He wouldn't
default.
have. No, but he's got the
Yeah.
rights for it. He's going to be
default.
selling it. He's
Yeah.
not going to allow it.
It's gonna be Gabriel Iglesias.
Gabriel.
They're gonna give Brahmin a chance to play.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
Fluffy.
Dude,
Fat enough.
who could he? Like, seriously.
No, like I would
What's that
see
guy from,
somebody like
Brian Dennehy.
Brian
Edward Norton.
No.
Andrew Norton.
Edward.
Edward Norton.
The guy that played
He's too.
Fight Club?
No.
yeah, Fight Club.
He's not big enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Not then.
He could beef up.
Now he's
Yeah.
like, you gotta imagine he's at least 50 pounds heavier.
You know who can legit do it is Jesse. One second. Jesse Plemons.
Yeah, Fat Damon.
He can legit do it.
That's Fat
Jesse
Damon.
Plemons? Who's that?
Yeah. He was in Game Night.
He was
and
in Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah.
Fat
He was the cop in Game Night.
He's
Yes.
married to Kirsten Dunst.
Is he really?
There you go. There's one.
That's marrying up
That's
right
like
there.
fighting up, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was creepy as hell in Game Night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that movie was actually
That was
really
a great
quite good.
movie, funny, man.
It totally flew under the radar.
That was a good surprise. That was a
Yeah, I was
Not
actually
really.
happy
He
when I
likes
was.
to watch movies.
I enjoyed it.
No, I'm saying he didn't fly under the radar. He's been around for a while.
No, not him specifically. I'm talking about that movie.
Oh yeah.
Movie.
Like, I went to see it and I was like, this is
What's his
actually
name?
really
Justin,
quite good.
Justin Bateman's in there.
He was the
Jason-
last
yeah,
movie I
Jason
remember him
Bateman.
in.
Justine Bateman. That's
Sister.
Justine. Yeah. Right.
I could actually no. I
And,
confused that guy
Coach McAdams.
with. Do you remember that
Oh,
movie with
like-
Jennifer Aniston
Yes.
where they get a replacement
Rachel
family?
McAdams.
She's the one you married.
Which one?
Jennifer Aniston and
Yeah, the Millers.
the Millers.
The Millers.
Such a good movie too. And
And
she's
that,
got a striptease scene.
that creepy kid. That
Great.
was the Kenny. That was the son.
Yeah, I always
He was supposed-
confuse that guy with this other guy. that
He
you're
was
talking
supposed to
about.
play Pennywise, but then he got a prior engagement, and then they put in what's his name?
Interesting.
So-
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris? Who's gonna play Trump in the
biopic.
in the movie? The movie
So,
pick.
You know, guys, I'm not as up to date on the pop culture like you guys are.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't remember. a
No,
lot
you
of
can pick
people.
anybody. It doesn't
Because
matter.
you're old as fuck.
Well,
You know
I
that.
the thing is,
historical
I just don't like
Orson
to.
Welles.
I'd see
Like-
Christian Bale in it.
I see people like that as just shut up
I
and
see
entertain me. Yeah, I'm one of those guys that just doesn't
I
care about their opinions, so then I don't want to know their
Well-
name. Unless they're really good. Like Tombstone. Watching Tombstone last night? Damn, man. Val Kilmer, right?
Hammer Huckleberry.
Yeah. Was there ever a better Doc Holliday?
No.
No.
No, he
There
was
hasn't
great.
been any other Doc Holiday.
Yeah,
Yes, there
there
has.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And,
there was another Wyatt Earp movie.
Yeah,
with
right.
Kevin
With,
Costner.
and also the
I wouldn't watch it.
Kevin Costner.
Oh, speaking of Kevin
You
Costner,
should.
on today was Untouchables. That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
a good movie.
Let's go
So
to Chicago way.
I think to play the next Trump in a movie,
The next.
It could be
or
TV. It could be
John
TV,
Cena.
or it
the
could be-
Trump in a movie.
John
Could
Cena.
be, could be a western.
John Cena?
Shut
John
up,
Cena should totally play
No,
John.
I would definitely
John Cena.
say Jonas Hill.
John Cena.
Jonah Hill. I could see it.
He's too young.
Some
Hey,
Uh-oh.
hey, Diane.
Yep.
Oh wow.
John Cena.
Yeah.
Oh, here, let me read the top answer on Reddit.
Wait. What if Ric Flair were?
Ric Flair.
What if Ric Flair was to do it as Donald Trump?
can see it.
You can do it.
I would vote for him for a third term.
The worst
I'm
advice.
totally voting Ric Flair for
What?
president.
The worst advice you ever got?
Oh yeah, what's the
Guess
worst
what?
advice?
Helio Gracie, fight off your back.
Really?
Worst advice I ever got.
Hilo Gracie, fight off your back?
Fight off
I
your
don't
back.
think he ever said to fight off your back.
Isn't that what he told?
Guys, help yourself.
That's the joke,
That was
right?
Steven Seagal.
If I have to grab to explain it. Yeah, right. He's what Steven Seagal said Helio told. Or he told Helio.
And
to
then I
fight
told
off his
Helio,
back.
you should learn how to fight off your back.
I don't know, man.
What's the worst advice you ever got?
Worst advice I ever got was probably get married. Probably the worst advice I ever got. Not gonna say that I'm not happy in that, but
Joe.
Hey.
Joe, edit that out.
Hey.
what?
No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. That's the whole point.
My wife can hear that. I want her to hear that. Like,
Leave me
the worst advice
alone.
ever, and I ignored it for you, woman.
Yeah.
So
Advice or something someone told you?
It just says shitty
Right.
advice, but you could.
though?
Yeah, if
Hey, shit.
somebody told you something.
You don't have
Yeah,
to
so
take
somebody
it
says, I swear,
Here.
he's just a friend.
So, like for example, if you
Is
guys
that
want
advice?
if you guys want an
No,
example,
that's not advice.
Yeah.
here's the top answer on Reddit for that
Don't
one.
kill him, he's just a friend. Is that advice?
No.
No.
No, that's not. That's.
Is that just what is that?
a limerick, rules to live by. I don't know.
I think it's part of the 10 Commandments.
Yeah,
What
there has to be at least 17 now. Like the 10 Commandments were like all good, and then 11 had to be erase my browser history when I die. It has to. We have to update this.
What was that movie?
Worst advice ever.
Still shouldn't murder someone.
What was that movie where he's told 15 and he drops the 5 and he's like,
That's Mel Brooks. They-
Yeah.
Oh,
I give you the 15. Like,
here's
the 10
the
commandments.
here's the top answer on Reddit for that one. It says to avoid a fight, make and maintain eye contact with somebody while passing them on the street.
That's to avoid a fight.
Yeah, that's the worst
Yeah,
advice
sure.
somebody's ever gotten. Just make eye contact the entire time.
Creepy.
they must have got their butt kicked.
Well, I mean, it might have been one of those things like we're like, it's so creepy. I don't want to fuck with that guy.
Stare at you like that.
You know what was good advice
I'll
was
tell you some bad advice. One time I went to Denny's with 2 Filipino guys. It took me forever to sit down. Remember that, dude?
Yeah.
You and Brian, man. I
I
thought
have
you
not-
guys were lying. We
I have
waited
not-
for like
Not
45
even lying?
minutes.
Castro?
Oh,
I have
man.
not been to a Denny's since the 90s.
Yeah, that's when we went.
I will not go.
I wanted to
Why?
do them wrong.
They don't serve my kind.
That's
They don't serve my
in
kind.
what does that even mean?
They didn't have white rice with your eggs.
racist.
No, they didn't give you your little 3/4 developed chicken eggs.
Whoa!
Hey,
Oh,
Hey,
ugh.
Don't mess with the balloon.
Hey, dude, if I had a Filipino
It's
wife and she was pregnant, I would call the baby Balut until it was born.
You know what I'm saying, guys?
Hey, listen,
You know
I
what
ate
I'm
it.
saying, right?
But look, you did
I'm
Once
not.
a
sure you
coincidence,
did.
twice a chance, 3 times the same activity. I've been to Denny's 3 times in my life, and I've been fully served
Awful?
3 times.
Hey, you and I used to go
Same
to
one?
Denny's. Remember? Oh, man.
What's that?
No, we used to go to
Same Denny's?
Vienna. Remember the
No,
Vienna?
different
Oh.
Denny's.
Wait, say that again.
Wow, bro.
What's the advice? What is it? I like that a lot. What is that? Say it again. The advice.
Said once, twice, 3 times a lady.
Once is coincidence.
What's a coincidence?
No, sorry. Once is chance, twice is coincidence, 3 times enemy activity.
Hold on.
What's the third one?
Enemy activity.
Enemy activity.
Enemy
That's like
activity.
the
Enemy
that's the-
activity.
That's the Brian White version of that too.
Yep. Hey, when you guys do that whole once, twice, 3 times, and then you broke
Rated?
into a little,
SNL.
yeah, but you broke into, he didn't break into SNL, he broke into, what's his guy's name?
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie, and then I couldn't help but think of the other version. Unts,
Eddie Murphy
tice,
playing.
3 times a waiting.
What's the dude? Buckwheat. Yeah, buckwheat. Buckwheat plays.
Well, wait.
My name is Gumby, not Gum.
And then there was
Gumby, damn it.
Dad, Betty Davis size or something like that.
Oh, hey, thanks for joining Designated Drinkers Podcast. This was a bit of a filler because we don't have any episodes, and you're great for listening.
We have nothing to talk about.
No, what are we talking about? We've been
Breast
talking for like
implants.
an hour and a half.
Hey,
Breast implants.
you ever watch the show Rescue 911?
No, but thanks for joining.
Keep on drinking.
Keep on drinking. That's right.